Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who have just joined, I think there are a couple of you, I was going to do same as usual, that I mainly do regular choice shoes and handbags, but that might be changing as Irregular Choice are closing, in the process of closing down. Although I do actually have a pair of Irregular Choice for you today. So my name's Jo and you're very welcome here. For those of you that have been watching my videos for a long time, I really appreciate you taking times out of your busy days to watch my videos. And for those of you that are just lurking about, I'd really appreciate you pressing the subscribe button and being part of our happy, merry land. What's been happening? Well, not a lot. I've been enjoying wearing my skirt at work. That sounds so pathetic, but I'm not really a trousers gal, and obviously my uniform was trousers, and I was like, so I've worn them, and that's fine. It's what you have to do. But now I can wear. I mean, it has to be black or navy skirt, black or navy dresses. So I bought a couple of dresses. Bought some snag tights. So I've worn the skirt, I've not worn the dresses yet. But they'll probably need a bit of a steam. Should have got Leo to do it when he was doing steaming his clothes last night. Should have chucked a dress in and see if he noticed. But yeah. So I've not been really doing much. I've been doing like double Turkish because I was away for 2 weeks. I don't think you can cancel your lessons, so they just moved them. So I moved them like to the Friday. So I was doing like Friday and my normal Saturday, Friday. But anyway, I finished that. So I've got my Fridays back. Yeah. I met a friend for lunch yesterday, which was lovely. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, just living quite quietly at the moment. I've got a gig this month. I've got Adaman, Remember Adaman, and Support is Toya. So that's like a double whammy. So I'm looking forward to that. That's at the end of this month. But other than that, living quite quietly. Got Gary Newman next month. And if you've known me from back in the day, like Janine, you'll know that, I was always a mad Gary Newman fan. And I've actually, because normally when I do a meet and greet, which I am doing this time again, I normally get a pair of shoes painted. It's from this company, Coco Art. I've seen them in Camden painting shoes, but you can do it online. And because he's touring with a particular album, it's an album from the 80s. I got them to do kind of the album cover. So maybe that's one I can show you next time. Is the Gary Newman shoes that hopefully I'll get him to sign. Anyway, let's get crack-a-lacking, as they say. So the first thing I've got to show you is, remember there was that 30th QVC anniversary of Butler and Wilson. So I've got another brooch. And I remember I said, like, I have a straw hat type thing. I mean, it's only from Primark. That I wear on holiday. In fact, I'll need to get a new one because it's got, after the few years I've had it, it's got like a pink band around it where my hair dye has gone into it. So it's nice, it's got a nice pink band around it. But I'll take these brooches. I mean, actually, these are going to be great on these black dresses because, it's going to be a bit funereal wearing a full black dress. And then probably black tights. Although I might get out the coloured tights. Well, we'll see. See what we can get away with. But I thought the brooches I could now use on my dresses. They might just, lift it a bit. So this one, it's like a medal with a crown. And these bits here, it's maybe bleaching it out a bit, but there's pearls at the end. Obviously not, I don't think real pearls. And then you've got these little seed pearls that edge it here, all these little tiny seed pearls. And it is very, very blingy. And thought that on a black dress, it'll just lift it a bit, won't it? And I mean, it is, you know, it's a big brooch. It's like the palm of my hand. But on a plain black dress, that's going to look really nice. I know when I had on my hat, Annette, who's the wife of my jeweller and a good friend in Turkey, and she's going, "Oh my God, you look like the sheriff." I thought, yeah, fine, yeah, it does look a bit like, you know, a sheriff's badge. So that was funny. So yeah, I'm really loving that. I've got one more Butler and Wilson brooch to show you, but yeah, I loved that one. I thought that was fantastic. And I loved the fact that it's got these little pearls. It's just, it's not all, you know, bling, which obviously I love, you know. But I liked the fact that it had little pearls. I thought that was just a nice little other element. So that is my Butler and Wilson brooch. And I've got one more to show you. So I've got the Gary Newman shoes, and I've got another Butler and Wilson to show you, which will be nice. Now, I did say this was going to be handbag heavy, but because I got that pair of icy shoes, I've just got one bag to show you. Now, it's a Lulu Guinness. Now, I've got a bit of complaint about this. Not about the bag inside, that I love. But this bag, and I bought it when it was 70% off, so it was nowhere near what they normally charge for it. But they normally charge over £300 for this bag. And yet they've not got a box that fits the bag. And the bag is small. It's not like it's a massive tote bag that they've got to have a massive box for. I'll show you what I mean. That's the lid. Oops, sorry. So that's the lid. And this is the base. And they've had to make up this space with this flimsy bit of card to make up the space for this small bag. So together they don't make a box that fits the bag. They've had to put inside the bottom this. What is that? Instead of making a box, and I mean the bag's small, so I don't understand the reasoning behind that. And I was a bit of a Karen and fed that back. I just don't understand it. Because I like to keep my bags in the dust bags in the boxes. And you'll see it's a tiny bag. How small it is. Surely they could source a box big enough to hold the bag. And especially if you paid that full price, a bag over 300, and they can't even give you a cardboard box to fit it. Weird. I mean, as I say, I fed it back in a nice, polite way, and they thanked me for the feedback, and the brother said, "Thanks very much, bye-bye." Who knows if they'll take it on board? Probably not, but just thought I'd mention it. So you've got the nice dust bag, and the dust bag is lovely, don't get me wrong, the dust bag's beautiful. And it's just this, like, how cute is that? It's like a little bird cage. And you've got the embroidered bird. And you've got it on both sides, so no matter where it spins, you've got the bird showing. And it's in this, like, it's like a really bright turquoisey, shiny, whether it's silk or a satin, I'm not sure, but it's a lovely evening bag is what I'll say, because you're not going to get much in there. You lift the lid and it's just black in there. I don't like black interiors, I have to say, because I just feel like you're bobbling around in a black hole. It did come with its own sweet little mirror, so if you're doing your lipstick, and that's got Lulu Guinness on the back, you've got a nice little cute mirror, and there's just a little slip pocket where that sits. As I say, probably not going to get an awful lot in. I've got, oh, that's from my night out. I got cards of somebody's business. I wondered what I'd done with them, actually. And you've got the Lulu Guinness label in there. I mean, you could definitely get a lipstick, keys, but, you know, I don't even think I could get my foldy phone. Maybe I could. Maybe I could get the foldy phone, but probably not. I mean, I don't tend to put my phone away in a bag. I always seem to have it in my hand. But yeah, and then to put it back, you just push this down so it goes on here, and then just push it a bit further, and it, you know, it's secure. Obviously it's just a little evening wrist bag, but I do love it. I love it. I went to the theatre with it. I thought it was very appropriate for the theatre. But it does have a little surprise element. How am I going to be able to do it? There's a little, I have to try and find it. So it's just like a little tweet. Now, you know, it's just a daft thing. It's just a daft thing. But it's that kind of thing. So it's just got on the bottom, press for a bird song, and you just press the button, and you get a kind of chirpy little sound. So it just adds another quirky little element, which obviously I love. So apart from the box not fitting, Lulu Guinness, I do love the bag. I love the gold embroidery. I love the embroidery of the bird. You know, it's kind of influenced from those old caged songbirds, you know, that you get on antique shows, I guess. You know, then you see the bird and it's like a wind up in it and the bird tweets away. So I guess it's influenced by those kind of things. But I just, yeah, I think that's really, yeah, happy with that in my collection. But wish I had a box to fit it. Don't be bitter, Joanne. Don't be bitter. It's not a big deal, is it? But it's just a very bizarre choice, you know. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let it go, Joe. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, let's get on to the IC shoes. So how did I end up getting these? Well, I ended up getting them on Vinted. And it's a pair that I've always wanted to add in my collection. But, you know, they were from the Disney collection. So that's a long time ago. And, you know, you always think, and then other shoes come along and you'd buy them and so it goes on. Well, I don't know how the market's going to go with IC once it shuts down. I have no idea. Now, they're either going to go up as they become more scarce, or people are just going to lose interest in IC altogether and nobody wants to buy them. I've no idea the way it's going to go. So I thought, well, I'll get them now before they go crazy. You know, I mean, I don't know whether they're going to go down or not. So while they're available, and they just popped up on Vinted, and I went, I think now's the time to get them. Now, I have, these are not the ones I'm showing you. Sorry, they're caught under my dress. I have these shoes, and I wear them, you can see, I wear them to death. Absolutely to death. And they have these padded bows, and they've got like Daisy Duck on them. And I wear them to death at work, and they're like slippers to me. They just have this low heel, and as I say, they're like slippers at work. I just feel they're so comfy, which you can't say about every pair of IC. And I love wearing them. And the pair that I've bought are kind of similar. But, so these are like a Minnie Mouse version. So they've got the padded like bows on the front, and they've got like a polka dot heel, so a same heel, and they've got like Mickey Mouse on the sides, and little love hats, and they're just like a black suede material. And they've just got the Disney inside. And I've worn them all week at work, all week. You know, because having my black skirt, I thought, yeah, nice. And they are just as comfortable as the Daisy Ducks. Well, they would be, because it's exactly the same heel height. But I like the way it's got like the polka dot heel and the polka dot bow, and as I say, that's padded, so it has that kind of cartoony element. So I absolutely love that I've got them as part of my collection. Now I'll show you the bottoms, and they did have Minnie and Mickey on it, but as I say, I've worn them all week. And so Mickey, well, the wrong way around. I'll show you why it's the wrong way around. Because you've got Mickey there and Minnie, and if you put them together, it's like they're kissing, which you're probably not going to see for much longer because they'll just get worn off. But I'll show you before they do. So if you put them together, that's Mickey and Minnie having a wee little. So I'm really pleased to have them at last. It's probably got me to sort that out. Right, so that's everything. So I wasn't expecting to have IC shoes for you, but in fact I did. What have I got for you next time? Well, as I say, I'll probably show the Gary Newman shoes, the last Butler and Wilson brooch that I bought. I do have a bag coming from IC, which is due this week. It's been dispatched. It's very strange. It was showing that it was from spring summer 2025, so I don't know whether they've made them and they've just released them in to sell them off with all the rest. I don't know, no idea. But I really liked it. So did Kat, actually, my friend. She really liked them as well, this bag. So we're both waiting on our bags. I've also, I probably won't show you this next time, but I'm kind of working on a video. One of my people ask me all the time about what's my most favourite pair of shoes. And obviously it changes all the time, you know, because I've got too many to have one, you know, pair. So, I do have, one of my favourites is the Jitterbug that have a burger on the front of one and fries and a milkshake on the other. But I've worn them so much that all the glitters just come off. It's just a disaster. So there's this company called Workshop Wonderland, and I've sent them off to there. So what I've done is I've filmed it before, and obviously I'll do enough. So I don't know when they'll get done, because Jimmy's been off not well recently, so I'm not sure. But in the future, hopefully I have this before and after video of these shoes, going from a disaster to hopefully back to their former glory. So I've got that in the pipeline. As I say, I've filmed them before, and I'm just wait for the shoes to come back so I can do the after. But I don't know when that'll be, but that's for the future. So stay irregular, guys. Don't follow the crowd because it's so boring. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Okay, the sun is shining today. I don't think it's warm enough to get outside, but it's nice to see a blue sky and sun, even though it's a bit cold. So see you in a couple of weeks, guys. Stay safe, stay safe, and have a good couple of weeks. Bye, guys.